6 o'clock in the morning. We are getting ready for our expedition into Machu Picchu.
This place is infinity of epic.
What's up everyone, it's been a long journey to get here, but we finally made it to Machu Picchu Day. In this video, I'll be covering some important things to know about visiting Peru's world wonder. Our tour guide that we had booked in advance met up with us this morning and took us to our bus stop.
This is where you catch the bus that takes you to Machu Picchu. You can also hike it as well, for free basically,
but you will have to sacrifice more time and much more energy to do so. The bus ride from Aguascalientes to Machu Picchu takes approximately 30 minutes to get up through many switchbacks. The hiking trail cuts directly through the switchbacks, but it's a difficult incline hike up that can take up to 2 hours to complete just one way. You also must consider the amount of time you will continue to climb and walk while you are inside the actual Machu Picchu ruins, which your average tour walkthrough is about 2 to 3 hours. So if you have the time and energy, then hiking to the ruins is a good way to save a little money. Another alternative is to hike up to Machu Picchu but have a bus ticket to bring you back down, or vice versa.
So we're just waiting to get on the bus to start our journey to Machu Picchu.
The bus system is efficient and well organized. They verify that you have your bus tickets to go up, and they do the same when you're coming back down. You need the tickets purchased in advance and printed out, but even if for some reason you don't come prepared, rest assured there's plenty of tour agencies within the town of Aguascalientes that can help you purchase bus tickets, tours, and entry to Machu Picchu. Our bus had plenty of room, air conditioning, and super comfy seats, which is a good thing because a 30-minute drive up was a bumpy adventure up the mountain, but nevertheless a beautiful scenic experience as you make your way closer to Machu Picchu. Once you arrive, there's one important thing you should consider.
So there's only one restroom at the very entrance. It costs $2 to use. Better use it because in there is no restrooms whatsoever.
There's absolutely no restrooms once you're inside, so make sure you handle your business before going in. Make note, there is a few restrictions on things you cannot bring inside, including selfie sticks, tripods, hiking sticks, strollers, umbrellas, and large food items. You can have small snacks and of course water, and there is a storage area at the entrance you can use for a fee. You must have your entry tickets purchased in advance and printed, and as foreigners you also need a valid passport to go in, and you must have your tour guide with you. There are plenty of guides around the entrance, but getting one in advance is the most convenient. Now normally I don't like getting tour guides, but for a place like this, it's honestly needed. Our guide was amazing and super knowledgeable. We gained a lot of cool information from her. So once we were all squared away, we began our adventure, and right from the get-go, you get these breathtaking views of the surrounding mountains, letting you know you're truly about to explore a one-of-a-kind destination.
Let's get a leg there.
Machu Picchu is located at an elevation of almost 8,000 feet, which if you're not used to this elevation, it can affect your oxygen intake. So it's good to take your time when climbing and navigating around. And this is also a good time to have on hand the cocoa leaf products like the candy or chewing gum.
Quite the little hike, all incline. There's an upper and lower level. You can choose either one, but we're going up to the upper platform to get the better view. It's a bit of a hike, but worth it.
Definitely worth it to get a spectacular view like this.
No touchy.
This is not okay. The llamas in Machu Picchu are sacred, and the utmost respect must be shown to them. You can technically touch them and take pictures with them, which you totally should if they approach you, but harassing them or forcing them to come to you is strictly prohibited.
Hey buddy, What's up? Hi. Parkour, parkour, parkour. Parkour, parkour.
Something to understand before coming here is that the Incas worshipped nature. They believed the gods resided in the mountaintops, and one of their biggest gods was the sun god, Inti. That's why Machu Picchu is a sacred and spiritual place to the Peruvian culture. It's said that energy itself can be felt within the lands and the rocks, and honestly, being here, you can understand why. You get a sense of something mystical while you observe these majestic mountains. So it goes without saying that while you are here, you should have a sense of reverence regarding your behavior.
I can't scream. Can't scream here in Machu Picchu. This is a sacred place. You can't dance, you can't clown around. This is a place that you need to respect because this is legendary. This really is. This is a legendary place. Peruvian people hold this place sacred, very high. So respect, people. So respect. So if you want to scream, you could just go, wow.
Another reason why Machu Picchu is sacred is because it's believed to be the location of many ancient tombs. But because this is a protected site, no excavations are allowed here to actually confirm.
I think this is where the possible tomb, the 9th Inca king, could be. But they're not allowed to excavate there. A lot of stairs here. You need good knees.
If you didn't know by now, Machu Picchu is Peru's most popular and most visited destination. It's called the World Wonder for a reason, getting on average 1.5 million visitors a year, which is about 2,500 people a day. So you can be sure to run into some lines and crowds in certain places, especially in some of the more narrow areas within the ruins, especially during peak season, which is from June through August. Another important reason as to why you need a guide, this place is massive. Easy enough where you can get lost, especially once you enter the village ruins. It's a giant maze of rocks. There are small signs here and there, but not detailed enough where you can guide yourself around. Having a guide made it easier to know what we were actually exploring, especially when it came to finding and seeing the famous temples like the Temple of the Sun, the Temple of the Condor, and the Temple of the Three Windows, where we learned the significance on the number 3, which represents the 3 different realms of the Inca mythology, as well as the 3 moral laws the Inca lived by, which were Amasua, Amaluya, and Amacueya, which translates to don't steal, don't lie, and don't be lazy. That last law was probably the most important because from the looks of this place, you can tell the ancient civilization had to work immensely hard to create this city. We learned that they had no modern tools at all during this time, so it's mind-blowing to think they would manipulate rocks so perfectly by chipping and grinding against other rock.
How in the world did they construct all of this with no modern tools, just rock sharpening rock, just to make it fit perfectly?
And all the way up here.
And all the way up here, in the middle of this mountain.
They were extremely intellectual human beings.
The Incas, I agree.
The last stop on our tour was to see the famous Intihuatana stone, which is an altar that's carved from a huge slab of rock and sits at the highest spot of the whole archaeological site. It's considered to be one of the most sacred sites of the ruins. There are many theories on what this stone really is. The simple theory is it was just used for agricultural purposes as a sundial, to know when the equinox was occurring, the change of seasons. But our guide did also mention its geographical location is supposedly positioned in absolute perfect alignment with the 4 surrounding mountaintops located to the west, east, north, and south, with the stone being in the very center. For many years, visitors were allowed to touch the stone to feel the mythical energy that radiated off of it. However, after some incidents, the sacred stone is now sectioned off and guarded by security, but some claim to still feel the energy as they walk past it.
Sacred rock, that's not a boulder. It's a rock. It's a rock. I keep shaking my head because I'm just like, is this for real?
Palabra para decir gracias es añay. Añay significa gracias.
At the end of our tour, the guide proceeded to explain to us it's tradition to give thanks and wave goodbye to the old mountain, which is what the word Machu Picchu actually means, old mountain or old peak. At first it may seem kind of silly, but it just goes to show the amount of admiration, pride, and respect the Peruvian culture has for this sacred world wonder.
Tupananchis Kama means until we meet again. That's how you say it here. And yeah, I'm Machu Picchu. Did it, we survived Machu Picchu. On our way back to take the bus down. We are exhausted, we need food, we need water. I am hot, but this was an amazing experience.
Like, I can't believe I'm here. Like, I really can't. It's that incredible.
After coming back down into Aguascalientes, we got some food, grabbed our gear, and headed to the train station where we had quite the line and crowd before boarding, which doesn't help after having such an exhausting day. This guy knows what I'm talking about. I feel you, bro. I feel you. But props again to the Peru for being so organized and efficient and for getting us back to continue our journey in Peru. And up next was to explore the great city of Cusco.
It's been a long day. Woo.